nerdsreviews.com presents Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us, we'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Laura, and I'm Lafayette. It's Friday, a new show, a new episode, and we're hoping that your week has gone well so far. And better than Dave Grohl's week, the lead singer of Foo Fighters, as we found out, he has a new child, and it is not with his wife. So, when you're a rock star,
Shit happens.
Yeah. I don't know how you would feel if your significant other was on the road all the time doing shows and you're at home with the family. Do you expect them to be well behaved? As rock stars too, like the lead of a huge rock band like Foo Fighters. It's like, I guess my question for Laura would be, would you be like, oh no? Like, what would be your react? I mean,
I'd be
I don't know.
furious. I'd be
Okay, good.
absolutely furious. And
Okay.
it wouldn't be so much about the infidelity. It would be about the pregnancy of like, really? You decided to, number one, cheat on us, like cheat on your marriage and step outside, which is like a indiscretion. But, it's one that, you can kind of wrap your head around. It's like, but you also just threw caution to the wind and you did not take the necessary precautions as needed and just went for it. And so, people can forgive mistakes, but when you have a constant reminder of that mistake, that's another story.
Yeah, when you have you're right. Now it's a child there, not just even a child. I mean, this is like, brand new out of the package. This
Yep.
is not like he
Worst
found out he
kind
had
of
a
child.
Yeah, it's not like he found out like all of a sudden he had a 7-year-old from a fling one night
Yeah.
stand from
Yeah.
going to Pittsburgh one time for a show. Oh no, this is something he's aware of, and he knows. Oh, I have a baby. Look at me. I'm an old man, and for a fact this chick's probably like
Oh, yeah.
23, 24.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Yeah,
Makes
wow,
it even
20.
grosser.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. A little cradle rocking, cradle
Men
robbing,
don't feel
right?
the same way. But bleh.
Yeah, no, that's just it. I find it interesting that he put out his little Instagram spiel about almost like
I'm
oopsie.
surprised. I'm surprised that he owned up to it. You know what I mean? You don't see that very often, right? People kind of just keep it quiet, do it on the back end. So
I think he's trying to pull a David Letterman on us. Remember, David Letterman came out, did the same thing.
he did.
Oopsie, my bad. I put my thing into another person. Another person came out.
That's how they describe it in health class. You put a thing into a thing and then another thing.
And then you deal with the consequences of that thing. And then you're a rock star, everybody. There you go. There's your life. Enjoy.
To reference one of Laura's favorite shows, 30 Rock. Wasn't there a book on there that Liz wrote that said your
Deal
mouth can't
breaker.
get pregnant?
Deal breaker.
Maybe he should have read the book, or she should have read the book.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like Tyreek Hill. He's the star football player for the Miami Dolphins. I think he's only 27 years old, like that. He has 6 baby mamas. 6.
I heard about that. He has 10
It's like
kids. He had
Something
10
like that,
kids.
like 10 kids.
Yeah.
And
But I think it's only
God.
from 4 women, not 6.
no, I think it's 6.
Mm.
But either way, I think that mentality is.
What
Well,
about Nick Cannon?
I think he has the same mentality. I think they have the same mentality of, for instance, Tyreek Hill. Well, I just signed a $200 million contract, so everything will be fine. Like these kids will never actually have to worry about anything in life. So I'll just pop out as many as I can.
Do you
That's a
And
think
stupid
that's it? Do you
excuse.
think it's on
That's
purpose, or
stupid.
is it just like I just choose not to do anything about it, and choose not to use any kind of
I think it's
protection, and then
well
I
that's
think
I think
it just
no,
happens.
I think it's
it's
well, my woman's with me. I have money. She's not going anywhere. I'll do what I want.
well,
That's
here's the
what it
thing
is.
too. He's married.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
And let's be honest with athletes especially that get these chicks that you can call them gold diggers, whatever you want to call them. Almost like they're not gonna say anything because the money's flowing. So I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, screw it.
Especially if there's a prenup. If there's a prenup and they get nothing, oh yeah, they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna he's gonna be like, I'm gonna do whatever I want.
You just hold it over their head, exactly, because athlete wives typically, I mean, let's be honest, they're going for money. I mean, that's majority of athlete wives are going, unless they met that significant other before they're a famous athlete, they're going for money. If all of a sudden tomorrow Carlos woke up and he found out he was the most famous whatever in the world, believe me, women would be throwing themselves at him
Oh, of course
because
I would.
because all of a sudden that equates to money. Oh, he has money. So I
What are you
think Nick
talking about?
Cannon's
I'm beating him off with a stick every day.
you're
Come on
beating
now.
off every day. That's
With a
fine. I
stick.
mean,
With a
at least your
stick.
hand can't get
Beating
pregnant.
on with a stick.
You beat it with a stick.
It's a
That's
very
that's
painful process.
yeah. That's almost like
Yeah,
you're
well,
bad. You're bad.
masochist.
Exactly. Okay. But yeah, so
Yeah.
Dave Grohl has a new child to take care of, and he told his family, "Hey, my bad, yo." So that's I don't know. I don't. It's if you're of course he's been doing this for a long time. Let's take Bruno Mars for instance, a guy that's not married. Hey, if that's your lifestyle, stay that way. Don't bother tying anything into it.
Yeah.
Just you know,
Well, they
that's
want the best of both worlds, right? They
it's
want
like the lead singer of Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's never been married.
Anthony Kiedis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
there you
think
go.
that's the reason.
That's a
Hmm.
man who knows what he wants.
Yeah, it's also a man that knows he wants no ties to that because he's always doing something. He's always busy. He's always, he's on the road, so on and so forth. Like his lifestyle doesn't call for stay-at-home dad. It's just not good. Why do you think Taylor Swift's never had children? Because to her,
Yeah.
her career is more important. That's it. Even though she says she's gonna have
Because she's a
children
cat
now.
woman. That's why.
Well, she is a cat woman. Yeah, we found that out. I mean,
Meow.
yeah. But anyway, so Dave
Well, it's
Grohl,
like
Foo
that
Fighters,
that story of Ozzy bringing back a woman to his room after a concert and forgetting that Sharon was with him. So Sharon was in the room waiting for him, and he brought a woman back.
Ozzy. Ozzy's great. He had to have been
Yeah,
high as shit too. Well, when isn't he high? So there you go.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Also today, if you're a fan of Eminem, he's releasing the expanded version of The Death of Slim Shady, the Mourners edition. All it means is you get 3 bonus tracks from what you heard originally. That's all.
Who
So are
wants
those the
that?
bonus tracks you would get if you
And
pre-ordered?
exactly, they're the
That's
bonus
it.
tracks you
Big
got
deal.
anyway if you pre-ordered the album when it first came out. So exactly, it's not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. So there you
I
go.
just heard that single, the Abracadabra,
Oh yeah.
like
Houdini.
2 weeks ago. Oh, Houdini.
Yeah.
It is the song Abracadabra.
Oh yeah. It's
And
all
I'm
set.
like, oh, I mean, it's fun, but not because of him, because of the song. Like that's a great song. And I don't know. It's just not my
Well,
cup of tea.
plus you have to listen to the album because it just fits the album. Because the album it's a I don't know, like this, like all the songs are concurrent with each other. Like the one before kind of leads to the next
Like
one.
a story.
Yeah, more or less.
That's
So
fun, I guess.
that's what I so yeah. So Houdini on its own works if you're a huge fan, but doesn't work if you're not. So
Steve
um
Miller was super happy that he used that.
oh well yeah, because everybody went to go listen to his song too.
Right. I'm sure they went looking. I'm sure they heard a lot of Sugar Ray too, because he redid that
That's
song a while
that's
ago.
that's that's the better version, yeah.
It is a
That's
better
the better version.
version.
Yeah. That's definitely the better version. Also, if you guys know Stephen King,
Not personally, no.
Salem's Lot, if you guys
Yep.
know that, okay. Well, Salem's Lot, the long delayed movie adaptation that's been sitting on the shelves at Warner Brothers for at least 4 or 5 years, finally will get released on HBO Max October 3rd.
Why was
Wow.
it in limbo for so long?
COVID.
They couldn't decide that or Batgirl.
Yeah, with COVID, they didn't know if they wanted to release it streaming or not. Like they just kept holding off and holding off and holding off. And
Like what? Thinking that they were gonna be able to put it in a movie theater?
yeah. And then finally they're like, ah, screw it. We'll just put it in.
Stephen King is made for streaming.
Yes, he is. He so is. Yeah. That's so true.
I mean,
That
like
is
the
so
new
true.
adaptations that they do for his work. Oh my gosh, they're so good. I mean, not all of them, but most of them.
One of his first movies that came out, weren't they like miniseries on television anyway?
Yeah.
Remember,
Not
it
not
was.
that no, yes,
And what was
but
that other
like
one? Rose
Carrie,
or something? Something about a-
that I know what you're talking about. Red Rose, Rebel Rose,
something like that.
Rose House.
Yeah, that
Oh
was
yeah,
a
Roadhouse.
miniseries.
Mhm.
Roadhouse.
I know which one you're
That was a
talking about.
miniseries as well. Yeah.
And but no, not all of his stuff because I mean, you know, Carrie and The Shining and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it is. He's
Oh.
made for miniseries for
Well,
sure.
Salem Lot was a miniseries, wasn't it? The
And
original?
Night
I don't
Shift
know.
was a movie as well.
That was a
wasn't-
movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Night Shift is the one with Michael Keaton?
No.
Different
Oh,
show.
wait. That's Night Moves, isn't it? Which one is it with Michael Keaton?
Working on my night moves. I think it is
Yeah,
called Night Shift.
it's where
actually.
it's where they work the morgue and they would like throw parties in the morgue and everything.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton and I forgot who his Henry Winkler. There you go.
Oh,
Henry
the
Winkler.
Fonz. The Fonz and Beetlejuice tag teaming.
That's right. That's
The
right.
morgue.
The Fonz. The Fonz.
Oh.
The fuck.
Yep. All right. Well, there you go. Also, Emmys came out, nominees, and one of the worst shows on TV got a lot of Emmy
I
nominations.
know.
True Detective, Night Country.
So
Wrapped
Oh,
up.
really?
bad.
It's such
So
a bad.
fucking
It's such a. It
bad.
is. It is. Maybe they just, you know what it was? I think the Emmy people watched episode 1 and said, you know what? Let's not continue this. Let's just go based on one episode. And they're like, we're good right here.
I'm genuinely confounded. I have a friend that I am in book club with, and we were talking about TV shows, and I was talking about True Detective, and my friend was like, "Oh yeah, I never seen the first one. I saw the fourth season. I really liked it." I was like, "Ugh." I'm broken. Does not compute. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of odd too. They gave some Emmys to like some really bad shows that we all watched, but that one takes the cake for sure. It's not a good show. Not a good show. But there you go. Also in entertainment news, The Exorcist reboot is already scrapped completely. So they're not
good.
doing a
We don't
sequel
need that.
to Exorcist Believer, and Mike Flanagan's taken over. If you don't know who that is, he's the premier horror fella and thriller guy. He's the one that does all the good shows on Netflix. The Haunting of Hill Mansion, The Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass, and he said that he's already concocted his version of Exorcist, and he said it will be the scariest thing I've ever made, and you're gonna love it. And I'm like, well, when you say it, I believe it.
Is it a movie or will it be a series?
No, he's the movie. No. He's
Movie.
making a movie. He actually got handed the keys to the trilogy. Like it's all yours, buddy.
So he's got 2 films left because they already did one.
No, this one doesn't continue the last shit one.
Oh,
This is yeah. Doesn't continue at all. That one is done, dead, just like the little girl in the movie.
oh, she died. I didn't even see it, but thanks. Spoiler alert.
Oh well, here's the thing. There's 2 girls. Which one dies?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say if I had to choose,
The possessed one.
If I had to choose, because one's white and one's black.
Which one? Go ahead, tell me. It's the white girl. Yeah, she dies.
the white girl.
Yeah. She dies. The dad kills her.
Hey, now.
It's
Some
not
omen
that
thing going on.
It's they start speaking at the same time, blah blah, go, and then more or less they say, "You choose which one we take, and we'll end this now." And the dad's like, "Just take her, end it." And okay,
He clearly didn't like his daughter. Clearly. He's like, I'm late for bowling league. How much money I can spend on cigarettes and beer if you weren't living?
Plus, it was the ending was so dumb. It was so dumb. Anyway, we're not gonna. It's just dumb. Anyway, so there's that. There's that. I'm trying. Mike Flanagan also did he did a Stephen King book.
Which one?
Um, The Life of Chuck. You guys know that one?
I don't know what that is.
No.
Okay. It's gonna come out soon. He finished filming it with Tom Hiddleston.
No.
I like
called,
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, it's
What
called The
about the
Life
guy
of
that
Chuck.
works in like a office supply store?
Tells a series of interconnected stories navigating the biography of an ordinary man's life. And it stars Karen
Tom
Gillian,
Hiddleston.
Mark Hamill,
Mark Hamill.
Chiwetel Ejiofor. You guys know who this guy is, but he I think he's the guy that played
Titus.
the evil sorcerer in the first
I
Doctor
misspelled
Strange.
Chuck, and I accidentally put in CHICK, chick,
The Life of Chick.
and Google suggested to me The Life of Chickens.
There you go.
It might be.
Anyway,
That'd
sorry.
that'd make for a
Made
good
me laugh.
one.
I just wonder if
Tom
maybe
Hiddleston
written by
as a
Stephen
chicken?
King. Uh-huh.
Life of Chickens.
So,
I know who you're talking about.
yeah.
The villain from Doctor Strange. Yeah.
Now, I mean, the thing about Flanagan says it's his best film yet he's made.
Which
But-
one? The Chuck one?
The Life of Chuck. The thing is, Stephen King hasn't just wrote horror books, so we don't know what we're getting here.
I've read If It Bleeds. Okay, so this is a short story from If It Bleeds. And is it?
It just says interconnected stories about this guy, and it's all it really says. It doesn't say
Oh
much
yeah,
else.
I don't
Oh,
like this
yeah.
one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Who knows?
You read it or
Uh,
seen it or what
Yeah,
are you
I've
doing?
read it. I've read it.
Oh.
Well, she is in a book club. She's a nerd.
Yeah,
Mm,
I remember this.
mm,
Super nerd.
It might, now that I think about it, it might make a good creepy like story for television, or it was television, right? Life of
I
Chuck?
think this is one of the, it's a streaming thing.
How many
Jake.
books?
Yeah.
no,
Just one book?
drama, film, a film. Okay, I
Oh,
can
it's
see
a
that.
movie. Oh, you're right. It is a film.
Yeah,
It is a film,
so it's a movie. The book it's a short story. It's what Stephen King writes so many short stories.
Like Green
Uh,
Mile, one of those
yeah.
short stories.
No. Green Mile was, I think it was originally composed in several short stories. Like that's where it started, but then he
Oh,
like the full
okay.
book, put them all together. But no, like they call it a novella. It's a short story, maybe longer
It's
than
in Spanish?
normal.
It is.
Bibliothèque novella? No,
Yes.
biblio novella instead of telenovela. But yeah,
Yeah,
like a lot of the
so,
ones
yeah.
that you know from Stephen King are actually short stories.
There you go. There you go. Also on the music front, Linkin Park is back,
Mm.
replacing the lead singer
Yeah.
because, well, you kind of have to. And they got a female singer.
Is he
to
dead?
Take
sounded good.
Chester Bennington. Yeah, he passed away.
He's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
I
He
don't
killed himself.
I don't like Linkin Park, so I've
Oh.
never followed.
Oh,
Mm.
Chester Bennington committed suicide in 2017. And they haven't done anything since, and they replaced him with, again, I wouldn't say replaced, I would say filled his role with Emily Armstrong. So she sounds really good. The first song they released it sounded like Linkin Park. I mean, it just sounded like what you expect from Linkin Park. So yeah. So there you go. Linkin Park is back now with a female singer. So there you go. There you go. So,
There
I
you
mean, what
go.
are you guys' thoughts on bands doing something like this where, let's say your favorite band, like I said, the lead singer dies in an accident or commits suicide or whatever it is. Do you feel like they should just start a new band, or should they find a replacement and keep on moving on?
I don't know.
Mm,
It's art, right? They're the artists, so they decide.
well, in
If-
Lincoln Park, you got like 5 to 6 guys. were sitting around doing nothing after Chester passed. I mean, they still wanted to do their thing, so why not? Why not just hire somebody new? It's not like a band has never changed a frontman before. Look at Van
Yeah.
Halen, right?
Yeah.
And even Motley Crue did it for a bit. So they changed their front guy. So, I mean, Queen came back with Adam Lambert,
Yep. Yep.
and
He's the lead
then
singer.
Smash Mouth is back, but now
Smash Mouth
the
is back. Yep.
guitar player is stepped in as singing the songs.
The guy
Oh
from
yeah, I
Smash
mean,
Mouth died? See, I really don't
died.
follow
Yeah, he died
music
of
news.
Being an alcoholic.
He well, that helped, but yeah, he passed away of natural causes.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, alcohol. Well, also Journey. They replaced
oh
their
yeah, the
lead
Filipino
singer
guy.
in the
He speaks
middle of
English, but he can
like
sing the
them
shit out of
being
the songs.
super famous. They're like,
Yeah.
we're done. And there's like an overnight switch. Like, okay, and
Yeah.
oh, and
AC/DC. That's not the
also
original singer.
well, because of death, also.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, yeah.
The only
yeah,
one I
yeah.
could think of is the bassist from Metallica, but that's like they were just getting famous.
Well, he's not the front man.
Yeah, exactly. And he's not.
Yeah, I mean, they replace their guys all the time, right? I mean, look
No,
at
it's only the bass player. That's the one that they keep replacing.
well, like for example, 30 Seconds to Mars is now just Jared and his brother. They had three guys. They got rid of the guitar player. I'm not sure why,
Well,
but they got rid of him.
Oh, I thought you were
Lincoln-
talking about Metallica. Sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
Lincoln Park, two of their members quit after getting a new lead singer. So
Right, the guitar player and
the drummer. They said that they won't go on tour. They'll still record the album. Well, they did record the album already. They'll do that, but they will no longer go on tour.
I don't blame them.
The
I don't know
drummer's
that I
been
would
wanting
either.
to walk away for quite a while, but the guitar player is something new. It's like he doesn't want to
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah,
But I
he's
mean, when
just
you
a
look at
tour.
Nirvana, after Cobain offed himself, but it was only three guys. It's a three-piece band, right? So they went on. David Grohl started Foo Fighters, and we know
Yeah,
how that
pretty
went.
much.
He ended up with a new
Yeah.
kid.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Like
Splooge
35 years
Fighters.
later.
Yeah.
Splooge Fighters.
He needed a spooge fighter, clearly. A better
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
He needed. You know what he
Yeah.
needed? That stick Carlos uses. He needed that stick.
Oh,
to just
yeah, no, you'd have been
whack
fine.
himself.
His wife
Yeah.
would have should have gave him that stick. Here, take this with you.
Well, take your whack
Take
stick
this
with you.
you.
His friend's like, you got a walking
Whack off
stick?
with this.
Nope.
Oh
a
no,
whacking
He's
stick.
a friend of mine.
Got a whacking stick. So yeah, it's interesting when bands do that. When like even like they try to create a new NWA at one time, and people are like, nope, we're not accepting it, and things like that. People they're like, we're not. It's not the same. And I understand. It's like imagine if there was a new Jackson that said, I'm gonna not perform all my uncle's songs. Like, you're not Michael. No,
Yeah.
sorry, we don't care. It doesn't work. Like, so I think it's hit or miss. I think with like Van Halen, people accepted it. But they did have what? They had three lead singers so far.
Three?
And they've had three lead singers for Van Halen, yeah. And their
I
most
just know
popular
the
lead
two.
singer was
David
well, I don't know.
or Sammy.
I don't know.
Depends who you ask.
Sammy may have been more popular. No, I say
I would say Sammy only because he continued on with a music career. So
True.
he could bring his followers to a Van Halen concert.
How do you not recall the third lead singer of Van Halen? Sammy Hagar quit, and they added a new guy and put a new album out.
Chris Farley.
No, the lead singer of Extreme.
Michael Jackson.
He was the
Oh,
third.
was he really?
The Portuguese fella.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
The long face fella. Right?
I thought the long face fella was the guitar player.
Oh,
We
well,
know
it
Benton
doesn't
Court.
matter.
It doesn't matter because the album was horrible. They tried. It was complete dog shit.
It's not the
was
first time that
complete dog
he's
shit.
leaded a different band. You look
I
him
think
up.
he's done
this
like
twice,
four
I
or
think.
five or some shit, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
He was like he's trying to, if a Van Halen called you, you're not going to say no. You're going to quit whatever band you're part of. He's
Right.
I'm dropping this shit. I'm going over there.
Like Extreme. Like he just called his buddy. Hey man, Van Halen called. I gotta go. This band's over.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
it.
much.
We only had 2 hit songs, so I'm out.
Yeah. No, seriously. And they just put a new album out too. Extreme.
Extreme did? Okay.
Yeah.
Extremely
so-
old. Extremely late to
Extremely
the party.
old.
But they should have named the damn album.
Yeah, yeah. So
Look at Laura. She's like, I know none of this.
I
No,
don't
I
know.
don't.
She's like, I don't know music. I only
If it's
know
not,
books.
if it's not honky tonk, I don't know what's going on.
That's true.
Honky.
That's true. Also, Chester Bennington's son came out recently and also said they should just change the name of the band.
Nope,
It's not Linkin
because
Park.
Chester was not Lincoln Park. But what's funny is that his wife said she supports it. She supports the change. So
Yes, and you're right about one thing. Linkin Park was started by the guitar player that just quit and by Mike Shinoda.
yep.
That's started Linkin Park. So you are correct. And they weren't called Linkin Park, they were called Zero.
And
That's why
then
the new
Chester left
albums.
for a while, started another band, and then came
Yep.
back. So it's not
And
the
that's
first
why
time.
Well, that's why the new album is called Linkin Park Zero. That's because it's like a fresh start,
Oh,
like
got
going
it.
back to yeah. Also, in video
Starting
game
all
news,
over.
you could buy a PS5 Pro for $700 in October
I don't
if
know
you're
what
that
that is.
hardcore. All that means is they upgraded the
The hard drive?
GPU and everything. It's like a supercomputer now, the PS5. So if you want a PS5 Pro and you have $700, well, there you go. Get yourself a PS5 Pro if you're a hardcore gamer.
Why didn't they just wait and do PS6?
They did this with the PS4. That's why they just. I don't get it either. I don't
So
get it either.
stupid. So
But it'll move. People will buy it. People will just trade in their PS5 and get this one. That's all. They'll just.
stupid.
That's pretty much it. So there you go with that. So we're trying to get you all the nerd news right now. Before we move on to our reviews and what we think of the world and politics because we all watch that. We'll get to that. So moving on. John Bon Jovi was filming a music video in Nashville.
Oh,
and
they
some
changed
lady
the lead
was
singer. No, I'm kidding. They didn't change it.
some lady tried to jump off a bridge to kill herself, and he grabbed her off the ledge and saved her life
During the video?
During the
Like
filming
during
of
a
the video,
song?
as they were filming the video. And
What
Too
is she
bad it wasn't Foo
walking on to
Fighters.
where they're filming and trying to
I
throw
think
herself
so.
off?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Wow.
He
That's
grabbed
a-
her
A
and
mentally unwell person,
Oh,
obviously.
right. Yeah. So she
Because if it was the Foo Fighters, they
yeah.
could have been doing the video for There Goes My Hero, and he could have caught her. Oh.
Well, it could also be
Buzzing.
Bon Jovi has a song called "Runaway."
My Little
It's my
Runaway.
life. Yep.
Mhm.
So a couple things here and there. A couple things here and there.
So that it actually happened like during the video shoot. You could actually see this.
During the video shoot. Yeah.
Damn,
It's
that's
all
nuts.
over. It's all over the interwebs, as the kids say. The interwebs. So there you go. There you go. Hopefully you're happy about that. All right. I'll tell you what, before we go to break, or should we go to break? What do you guys feel like? They're like, I don't know. I don't
Break.
know what a break is.
I don't know.
Break it is. We got to vote. Break. It's like a football team. All right. We'll take a break here on Nurse Talking the Podcast. We'll be right back after this.
You say you want to be a tough guy.
You want to fight?
You want to handle your problems? Has someone killed your master?
We came here to battle.
Do you need to get revenge for a loved one? You've heard of the 1-inch punch. How about the no-inch punch? Is there a bully picking on you at work?
Fight me.
Then you need to listen to Kung Fu Movies Podcast. Learn the art of the Kung Fu overdub.
You're pretty good.
Threaten a man with words you don't look like you're saying.
Why you want to kick me?
Point at him and then pound your fist into your hand and tell him you're next. Learn that and more on Kung Fu Movies Podcast.
Nerds Talking is not responsible for anyone that gets hurt after listening to Kung Fu Movies Podcast. If you do happen to kick someone's ass by listening to the podcast, please let us know. We'll promote it on our show, and we'll even shout you out. You can even be on the show if you kick someone's ass. Nerds Talking the Podcast.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast with Carlos, Laura, and I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, review, turn on notifications, tell your friends new episodes of Nerds Talking the Podcast every Friday, and catch us on YouTube under Nerds Talking. Also, Laura, did you happen to check out the full version of the song?
I did.
What'd you
I
think?
absolutely did. I thought it was great. And I
Okay.
used the that song emulator or whatever. And I
Oh,
made
yes,
one
yes.
for Impolite Society, which I have not shared with Rachel yet, but I've been
Mm.
anxious to do
hesitant.
so. No, because
Mm.
it's actually crazy good.
It's just ridiculous, right? The
Because I
program
wrote
itself
no
is-
lyrics for it. I told it
You
to
just told it what to do.
Oh, you
Just
totally
write
created
it.
a song.
just write a podcast or write a song about the podcast Impolite Society. And I was like, oh shit.
Just spit it out. Just-
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So, yeah, people should check that out. Suno.com, SUNO.com. Create your own music. And I'm saying, when I say create your own music, yeah, I'm telling you, you are going to be amazed. So check that out.
I don't
Well,
think it'll
we-
be long before radio stations start playing AI music. I'll say within the next 5 years.
I say they don't. I think it's more going to be an integrity thing. They won't do it. I think you'll find AI stations on like Sirius XM. I guarantee that. Guarantee you're gonna have AI radio stations on like satellite radio. But I don't know if you'll find AI music because there's music still has that personal connection to like a person, you know. So like say you hear a really like good rap song on the oh man, that's really good. And you find out it's AI, you're gonna be disconnected from it. Like, kind of like
Why would you
Agreed.
though?
No, I agree with
Like say you
Lafayette.
hear like a pop song because like my cousin one time sent me a text. I said, "Hey, what's going?" I asked him what was going on. He goes, "Oh, my girlfriend's crying over Ariana Grande's new song." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, me too." I was joking, but I mean, what if you found a song that has a connection like that, and then you found out it was AI? Would you stop listening to it?
yeah, I just feel like it doesn't
You
have
might
a
like one song, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But you
yeah.
wouldn't, I don't know, you wouldn't be super interested in following that musician, you know, that AI
Right.
bot. You know, I don't know. It's like art, right? How would you feel if you had something that you like a piece of art that you really liked and then you found out that it
Right.
was AI? Would your enjoyment stay the same?
No, I hate all AI art.
There you go.
Here's the
It's the
reason I
same
hate
thing.
AI art. AI art steals from other artists.
That's exactly what music does too.
But
Exactly.
in the music that we made, like for the song, the lyrics were written. So the voice and the music, I don't know if that's stolen, but the lyrics were actually written. You have to have some sort of skill to write lyrics, right? Where
No,
an
you
AI,
don't. Not with the song that I
Now with
made for
AI,
Polite
no, but
Society.
that's
no, I'm saying you have to, in order to be what I call an artist, you have to have some sort of skill to write, right? Not just throwing a plug in and go, oh, hey, write a song about mac and cheese. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden it's going to tell you how to make mac and cheese in a song. The only reason I say that because like an AI artist, if you were to hand them a paper and pencil and say, hey, draw something, nine
They
times out
wouldn't
of
be able
10, they
to
ain't
do
going to
it.
draw you nothing because they
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Or if you were to give me a paper and pencil, I'll draw something. I'll draw the shit out of something, but I'm not going to use AI art because I can draw, or these guys cannot. Now,
Hmm.
if you have a music writer or a songwriter who can't sing or play instrument but can write the shit out of a song, I think this gives them an advantage and gives them a step in,
Then
which
you're
I
just a
think that's why I
poet.
think it's different than AI art. Like, but you can tell the difference between real art and AI art. It all has the same look,
It
and they
does.
usually have an extra finger.
they fixed that. But
No,
the
they
thing
didn't.
Did
Not all of
they?
is,
them has fixed it. Like,
the good ones have. But the thing about AI music is, again, it's that connection, right? You hear a good pop song. This is really good. Who sung it? What's the story behind it? And then, it's nothing. There's nothing behind it. It's just AI. Uh, that's kind of lame now. Like, okay. So I don't know. It's just,
so did you like the song Gangnam Style?
you mean by Psy?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really like it, but
But you listened
Catchy
to it.
uh,
enough.
Did you
let's,
understand it?
yeah, not one bit.
Did you have
Nope.
a connection to it?
Not really. It's just catchy. I didn't have a connection to it. It's catchy
Then
though.
would you ever, I mean, do you think people went out of their way to go see him in concert?
Oh yeah, have you seen his like concerts?
Besides
Holy shit.
Korea, besides Korea.
I think when he was popular in the States for that quick minute, yeah, people were packing to see him like they do with all the K-pop bands now in America, you know. Um, but yeah, no, I'm telling you, if they'll no, I don't know. AI music. I don't get me wrong, I love AI music because I create a bunch of bullshit on it. But again, I do believe there'll be AI music stations. The hardest thing, I mean, again, like you said, a good writer can turn those songs, and then he doesn't have to give credit to anybody. He doesn't have to split
No, because
royalties.
songwriters are the ones that get paid for songs anyway. They get paid more than the artist.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they get majority of the
Not
royalties.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, in this regard, they don't have to give anything to anybody. They like, you
Right,
know what I mean? And there's still
right.
somebody behind it, you know. I think if there's someone that's really good at it, and you find out this guy wrote 20 of these are really good. You're gonna be more inclined to listen to it that way because you know who's behind it and so forth. You know, so I don't know. It still has to be some type of connection to it. Like AI art is different. Because like you said, that's just prompts. That person has no skill whatsoever. Like,
Right.
whatsoever. So, but just like Laura, all she put in was write me a podcast song about impolite society and remember to include the whacking stick. And boom, she got a great song. And she's like, this song's amazing. But she didn't write any lyrics. But the outcome was like, this is a 5 out of 5.
Do you guys want me to play it? I can play it.
Yes, play it.
Yeah, we want to hear a little bit before we move on to the political segment of the show.
All right. To share.
I'm going to guess how the song goes too.
Share
So.
sound.
Some sort of honky tonk.
No, it's going to be like, impolite society where girls talk about stuff and they think they're cool.
It's all taboo, just me and you.
That's right.
Wait,
I like how it's...
You guys hear it?
Yep.
Oh, wait, here it comes.
I like the dark female feel.
Uh-huh.
It's like Evanescence.
Stories we unfold, breaking through the mold, conversations told. We ask that you hold, dive where others don't. Impolite society, join the riot spree. Taboos we explore, opening the door, nothing like before. Ignite the inner core.
I don't know about ignite the inner core, like we're some sort of.
It sounds like Haley Atwell. Yeah, it sounds good.
I thought so. I thought it
Yeah.
sounded really good.
And now that's an example of Laura just put in make song about how to make a sandwich in the kitchen because I'm a woman, and then boom, she got that song, and there you go. So you don't
That's
need
what
skill.
impolite society is all about.
That's what it's about. It's about impolitely
In the
making
kitchen,
sandwiches for
making
society.
sandwiches.
Pregnant and barefoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I walk in. She's like, "You shut your mouth." Oh, she's impolite. That's what society is. And then boom. It's very, very literal, the show. But yeah, see, that's what I mean. AI. And that sounds really good. Like you said, it sounded like if I heard that on an album from an Evanescence or whatever, I'd be like, this song's really damn good.
Yeah.
That's
The
crazy.
only thing that I will say, the voice is definitely, you can tell it's generated. You know what I mean? Like if you listen to it, like
Yeah.
it's
It
kind of
sounds
got
like it's overtuned.
yeah.
It's auto-tuned. You can tell a lot
Yeah.
of them sound
Auto-tuned.
auto-tuned. Yeah, a lot of them
Yeah.
sound auto-tuned. Yeah. But still, considering it has a melody, harmony, and everything else, that's the most
bridge,
amazing
and it's
exactly,
catchy,
a
and
bridge, a catchy, and it
Yeah.
has like a vibe
Anyways,
you can
I need to send that to
yeah, anyway,
Rachel.
send that to Rachel, please.
I'm
Stat.
gonna send this to
All
Rachel.
right, we're gonna jump into our political segment because
Oh
we
geez,
talk
hold on to
about,
your butts.
talk about politics on the show this time of year. We all watched the debate between Kamala Harris and Mr. Donald Trump, and it was quite interesting. I'll start by just saying the moderators weren't the greatest. They just I don't know. They
What did you like or not like about them?
a little too like let's say Kamala didn't really answer the question. They just brushed along.
They never do.
And then
That's both of them.
Donald's like, well, they're eating cats. And they're like, I didn't ask that question, sir. Answer the question. I was like, good Lord. You're really getting
What-
after him.
What debate have you ever watched where they answered questions?
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's just it. Nobody answers the question. The thing that I guess bugged me the most, though, and this goes all for the whole thing. They saved the policy questions for the last 15 minutes. Everything was like, tell us about January 6th. Tell us about this that happened 5 years ago. Tell us about this that happened 3 years ago. I'm like, no. How about you just tell us what you're going to do as president and how you're going to earn people's vote? Because the best part was when they asked Trump about what he would do with the healthcare. What is it called? It's
Affordable
Obamacare?
Affordable Care Act.
Affordable Care Act. And his answer was, I don't have a plan. If I had a plan, I would do something. I don't know. I'm not the president. I don't have any idea. And I was like, that's pretty good. Like, he just doesn't have shit. And he
He
was
should
like,
have led with that. The debate would have been a lot shorter.
but that was his presidency. all 4 years, and they said, "Sir, do you have a new plan for this?" Yeah, it's coming out next week. And
It's
then
going
you
to be
never heard
so
it.
great. It's the
Oh,
greatest thing you've ever
it's the
heard.
greatest thing you ever heard.
Everybody's been telling me how great it is.
Yeah,
I've got some
yeah.
great people on it. They're doing the
Uh-huh.
best work, and you're going to be so pleased. It's going to be huge.
Yep.
Huge.
That's all you heard for all 4 years. And every time someone said, "Can I see it?" Couple of weeks. Give me a couple of weeks. You're like, oh, he doesn't have anything. And that's what he basically said at the debate. He basically said the same thing.
I will say, I will give him some credit on that answer, though, because he did say, he's like, listen, I tried, well, he didn't say it in a real way. He said it in the most obnoxious way humanly possible, because that's how Donald Trump operates. But
Narcissistic way?
Yeah. But he did say, he's like, listen, I wanted to repeal it. Nobody was going for it. And in the end, I listened to the people, and people wanted to keep it. So we kept it. I don't think it's great, but, that's what people wanted. So this is what it is. And I was like, I mean, the core of that answer, I don't think was a bad answer, but just because he's such a dickbag with the way he says and does everything,
That's what he did. I mean, that's the sad part, is what he doesn't even get is that if he wasn't the way he was, he'd be leading by a landslide, honestly.
Yeah, totally.
But he doesn't get that. And that's a good example, because
or he gets it entirely. That
he does.
Base,
I mean, he's a narcissist.
His
honestly.
base is the ones that
drive his ego.
Yeah, and the way he answers questions really just feeds that base of ignorance, short sentences, just keep nailing home the same point over and over and over again, because the stupid people don't. That's what they need. I don't know.
Yeah, they need
just
the simple. No, but they need the simple, stupid answer. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing is, his one flaw, and this has always been his flaw. He wants to be famous. He wants to be liked so bad.
It's ego.
Oh, it's all ego.
I don't think he wants to be liked. He just wants. He wants to be respected, and
but I think he wants to be.
Handle it.
He wants that celebrity status, even as a president. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
big time.
I mean, I think
like,
everybody does, though. Honestly.
Not me. Not me.
Oh yeah, not you.
Not me. But because then I'd have babies out of wedlock.
I think that it was really interesting. I don't really know much about Kamala Harris. I've been tuned out of politics for the last 4 years. I've been busy with children, and honestly, I'm much happier for it. But I have not seen much of Kamala Harris, and she cleaned house. Like, she was great. But I will say this, she is a great politician. I don't believe anything that she says, but she sells it in a very earnest fashion. And so I can understand why people would vote for her 100%.
I thought for a second Trump was going to quit. Because he's like, why? You should go tell Joe right now. You should go down to Washington right now. Go to the Capitol. This is a waste of time. She's not even doing good. We should leave. This is a waste of time. And you should go do this, that, and the other, because you could have done it, but you're not doing it, so do it now. I thought Trump thinks all immigrants are from Venezuela, because he mentioned it quite a few times.
Or Haiti.
And they're eating dogs and cats in Ohio.
Dogs and cats living together.
But the funny thing is, when he said, why don't you go do it now? You and Biden are ruining this, that, and the other. I don't think people clearly understand the role of the vice president.
Yeah,
the role of the vice president, right, and not only that, is to go along with what the boss says. In order for your boss to get into the White House and you to get in there as well, you're going to say whatever he's saying, and you don't care, because look at J.D. Vance. He doesn't even like Trump, or didn't. You can tell by his past tweets and his actions. But now all of a sudden, he loves Trump. You know why? Because Trump's the boss, and he might be able to get him into the White House. But just like, I mean, we've all seen the movies, right, where the dad is a head of a CEO of a company, and as soon as he's out, the son's taken over, and the son has all these plans to change everything. Well, that's the exact same way Kamala is doing. As soon as Biden's out, I'm going to run the show. This is my show. I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to change all these policies. They're not going to go with the way Biden was doing them. They're going to go the way I wanted them. That's exactly what Vance would do if Trump were to die in office, right? Or
Totally.
yeah. So it's like I said, it's just the son taking over the dad's position and changing everything. And the only reason he's going along with it because he wants to stay in that second seat.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly what's happening. So I don't know why people don't understand that. All you hear or see is, well, Kamala did this. Why is she changing it now? Well, because she can't.
Yeah.
Biden's still in charge. So,
Well, technically.
well, right. Yeah, he's still, I don't know.
Bumbling
alive.
around. Yeah,
Yeah.
bumbling
Alive.
around the White House.
I
Poor
think
Joe. Go retire. Go live on a farm.
well, you know, he's basically retired. But I think when it comes to the debate, Trump just looked bad because she got under his skin so much.
So easy too.
So easy too.
So
She just
easy. She played him like a fucking fiddle.
She mentioned the rallies.
The
and how everybody
rallies.
shows
That
up and
was
they
what
leave.
did it. Oh,
Boy.
he walked right into
Oh,
that
my
ego
gosh.
trap and left out so many things that he could have zinged her on, but no, he was just too occupied defending him and his rally size and his amazingness.
and he wouldn't look at her one time. I mean, literally not once he looked at her during the debate at all. He just
No, he
would
kept
not
his head
do it.
straight the whole time. He turned his eyes every
Yep.
once in a while, but he just looked straight, dead straight.
Yeah. Well,
I
she
didn't really
looked at
notice
him
that, but now that you mention it, yeah,
she looked at him the whole time, mocking
Yes, she
him
did.
the whole time, like rolling her eyes and
She was a
laughing
boss
at him.
bitch. Like,
Yeah, that's what I thought watching her.
She was pretty fucking great.
Like I was like watching, I was like, she's that aunt that just like laughs at you trying to raise your children, and she's gonna scold those kids when she does something bad in her house. Like, don't you do that shit. I told you not to do that. I mean, she was looking at him like, you idiot. Oh, one time she paused when she said the former president, but she said and then I swear she was gonna say piece of shit.
I
'Cause
thought
she
she was
had-
gonna say buffoon. I thought I saw like
Yeah.
a buh come
Yeah.
from,
I was
but yeah, I know which moment you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
I
she
was
was
like,
gonna say
oh.
buffoon, and I think
Yeah.
honestly, I think that was purposeful. I think that
think-
pause. I think it was
It
purposeful.
was.
I think
It was,
everything
yeah.
that she did on that stage, every single thing was calculated.
The pause was because I don't think she wanted to call him president because the moderators were calling him Mr. President instead of Mr. Former President.
Oh, she
And
wanted to
I
drop
don't
on
think she wanted to do that. So she's like, no, I'm not calling you
she
that.
wanted to drop call him something. That's what yeah.
That's the impression that I got, that she wanted to use another word. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. I think she did a great job, but I don't know. She seems so politician-y. Like,
I mean, she was a
Right.
prosecutor also. Then she was, I think, was she a senator or just a
I think she was a
congresswoman?
senator.
I think.
Okay.
But it's just I don't know. I hate politics. I hate all of them. Just like
The-
down the river, the
yeah.
lot of you.
I mean,
Well, what I
you
don't
can't-
like is look at their former cities. Oakland is a shit show. Oakland is one of the worst cities in California next to San Francisco, and they're neighbors. And look at what happened to that. And she was part of that. She ran that show.
Well, she was also
It's
just
just
a
a shit show.
prosecutor, right?
Just
So-
like, yeah, but still, the prosecutor, you're gonna set these laws that are like, hey, this is the kind of law, this is the kind of sentences we're gonna throw down if you do a certain crime. And then same for Gavin Newsom. Look at what he did to San Francisco. He's now doing it to California, and this man wants to run for president. So
he's also changing his tune these days. So
I noticed that as well, but
What is he changing his tune?
Oh, he's way more moderate now. He's trying to basically pull everything back and be like, we're not doing this shit anymore. This super far left, I'm gonna only like appeal to the victims, the people that want to cry wolf all the time.
well, he's only done it once so far. He vetoed
Yeah.
that Dreamers Housing Assistant Act or whatever it was. That's it.
Yeah, but he's gonna keep doing it. Watch. He's gonna keep on doing shit that pulls him to the center so he can run for president in 4 years. He's gonna run on that record, not the prior, 8 years of being the governor, where he's done nothing but shit. But look at us. This is a politics show now. Yeah.
Solving the world's problems.
One nerd at a time.
One nerd at a time.
That's
There's
right.
a
So
lot of
anyway,
us.
yeah,
We can take over.
it's
No thanks.
yeah, I don't know about that.
Hard pass.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if it changed. Well, first of all, it didn't change anybody voting for Trump's mind. That's for sure. They're pretty much you know,
And I don't think it was changing anyone's mind who was going to vote for Kamala either. It's for centrist
no,
voters, for swing voters, for
yeah.
independents like me. And I don't even know what I am. I'm just disillusioned with the whole system.
Yeah, but it is. Those are for that's the people undecided. That's who that's for. And yeah, sure, small percentage probably changed their vote yesterday. Very small percentage, um, but one thing Kamala doesn't do well, she doesn't do interviews. She doesn't do anything at all. She doesn't do shit. Like,
That's
you
smart.
know, and her policies aren't. I don't know. They're not really selling. You know, there's not. I don't know. And I think people are same as Joe Biden last time. They're voting against Trump.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is. They're just voting against Trump. But
Well, I think
I mean, and
they
also it is kind of a cool thing. I mean, I don't know who I'm voting for, but if Kamala wins, I'll be happy for womankind. You know, I think that's valid, right?
yeah,
As
why not?
same as
Mexico's got a president, a female president.
yeah,
a lot
and
of
I mean
countries do, though.
people
You
who
know,
yeah, a lot
I'm
of
just saying,
countries
neighboring
do. We've
country.
never had one,
Christ,
and
he could be
you know,
president.
it was like
he's
when
dead.
people are like, "Oh,
Yes, he
black
will.
people are only voting for Obama because
He
he's
could
black,"
come
and I'm
back.
like, "What's wrong with that?
He promised it and it
What's
hasn't
wrong with
happened.
that?"
You're right though.
It's been over 3 days. I'm pissed off.
You're right. People are sitting there also with I'm only voting because skin color or whatever. Listen,
So
vote
what? Who cares?
however
It's
you want.
yeah.
Whatever.
You
Let's
don't
be
have to
honest.
have a what considered a quote a good reason, but I think that is a pretty good reason.
I think
Like because
60% of
you want to see someone who looks like you, that identifies like you in the highest position in the world. I think that's a pretty good reason.
I say 60% of voters are uninformed anyway. They're voting because of that.
I think
Because
60% is a very low number of uninformed voters. I would consider myself amongst the uninformed, and I think that percentage is larger.
yeah. You think it's larger than 60%?
Yes.
You're probably right. It could be 75%.
Yeah.
You're right. Here's the thing, though. That 25% pass on their information to the 75%, and that's where it gets all crazy.
And now they're all
Yeah.
misinformed because Lafayette's
They're all
going out there
misinformed.
rallying.
I'm the one posting. Well, first of all, Vladimir, he sent me a page. Yes, I have a pager for Russia. I'm the one spreading all the information on Facebook. Okay. Just want to throw it out there. Yep. So if you see it, it could be me.
Stop talking about Haitians eating people's pets.
Hamsters.
Hamsters. Nobody ever mentioned hamsters.
I know.
Dogs,
I'm the
cats,
first.
and geese.
Geese and ducks and
And the geese and ducks, I'd be like, I buy that they do that. I mean,
Why
I
not
don't
goldfish?
doubt, but the pets thing.
Sushi.
yeah, I don't know. It's the fact that something that he even brought up. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I do think our immigration system's fucked up. Let's be honest. Here's the crazy thing. The guy before Trump, he was the immigration guy. He deported more people than anybody in history. And they talk shit about his immigration policy. So the deporter in chief, as he was called. So, hey, you know what? Whatever. I that's a whole different thing.
Was that really? Was that
Obama? Yeah.
Yeah,
was
but was
Obama's
that what
nickname.
they
But no
called
one
him?
ever talked about it. Nobody
No one ever
said a word
talked about it. No one
I
said a
think
word
I
about it.
remember some articles like it was kind of on the DL. Like they
Yeah,
would
I
do
mean,
raids at night and shit like
Yep.
that.
Yep. Oh no, he deported. Phew, he was not playing around.
I think I
He was like
remember some stuff about
deport them
that.
all. So again, it's yeah. You can't listen. You can't have open borders and everybody claim asylum. It just doesn't work. I mean, I think you guys are paying attention to what's happening in Europe right now, but it is wild right now.
Yeah,
Holy
I
in
have
London,
not been
England?
following it,
in
but
Germany too.
I went to Twitter for I think I was bored one day and I don't normally go to Twitter and I was looking through the trending hashtags and I saw one about Civil War and I was like, well, let's see what this bullshit's about. I was like, maybe it's about Marvel.
We're all talking
It
Civil War
was-
again.
I was like, I stumbled onto all this shit going on in Europe and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah.
A lot of vitriol, a lot of hate, a lot of anger.
A lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
Muslim hate right now.
Oh,
I
and
think
that's
it's
number one.
everyone hate.
But in Europe, it's Muslim. They don't
Yeah.
want Muslims in their country. And Poland is hardcore about it. Poland put like their whole entire army on the border, and like these groups are trying to come over, and they're just shooting with bean bags and spraying them with peppers. Like they're just like, you ain't coming in here. They put tons of barbed wire. Like they went nuts. Poland's like, nope,
Who
do
were they
not
stopping
bring
from
your
coming in? Protesters, or who were they stopping?
No, these are asylum seekers,
Refugees.
Oh,
refugees,
asylum seekers.
and they're like, it's. I mean, even I don't know.
Why
I guess
didn't
the
they do that
president.
during World War II?
I
When
guess the
Germany tried to
president
come
of
in?
Poland was basically saying
Just saying.
shit like
They
you ain't
tried.
bringing. Yeah, they did
Blitzkrieg,
try.
man.
They did try.
Blitzkrieg.
They basically saying you ain't bringing Sharia law here. Get your ass out of here. And they were just like, oh shit. So they're pretty hardcore, and it's pretty nuts, man. It's pretty. China. In China, they started tearing down all the mosques. Chinese
Really?
government. Yep.
Oh shit.
Well,
And
they hate
India
religion,
also.
period.
They do. But in India, they
In
started tearing down
India?
all the mosques. Yeah.
India
Yep.
is such like a melting pot. That's
Hmm.
interesting. Because
The
it's
Indians
in,
don't like the Muslims.
Yeah,
but
they
it's
don't.
a
They hate.
it's a
Yeah,
large
yeah.
percentage of their population.
I don't
It's
I don't
know.
know.
Sikh.
I'm not. I'm
It's
not. I'm
Sikh.
not.
Sikh. Yeah, it's Sikhs. They're different.
Sikh.
Sikhs are different. Yeah, they seek and destroy.
We
So
know
they're
everything.
different.
We're nerds. Come on.
Yeah, they're different. Sikhs
We're
and
probably
Muslims are the same.
misinforming everybody, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Just pay
hold
attention.
on.
Yes, that's right. Pay attention. Also, the pagans, where have they been? Anyway.
Sacrificing our pets too.
Yeah, in Ohio.
Yeah, stay out of Ohio restaurants. You don't know what you're gonna eat. Stop it. Don't go to a Haitian restaurant in Ohio.
14, according to U.S. Department of State,
Mhm.
14.2% of Indians are Muslim. That's a pretty large
That's a
percent.
low number.
That's a very low
No,
number.
it's not
For a
comparatively.
country of
14?
billions.
No, she's talking about-
Hindus, 80%, Christians, 2.3%, Sikhs, 1.7%.
Ooh, that's low for
So it's
Sikh.
their second
Wait, what's their number one? Hinduism?
8 Christian.
Hindu.
Oh,
Okay,
Hindu.
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
80%, you said?
Oh, yeah.
80%, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're safe. All right.
15%.
That's
I mean,
right.
that's
I
a
forgot
that's a
about the
large
Hindus.
swath.
Well, it's large
Hmm.
considering they have how many billion people? India has it's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
So it's the second largest religious group in the country.
Oh, it
That
Yeah,
is.
but a
big.
14% is
Just saying.
it's
Well,
nothing.
it's the second largest religion in the world. So, yeah. So,
Oh.
anywho, there you go. We're not gonna talk religion. I don't want my opinions on that. Anyway, we'll move on. Our movie reviews. We have two, I think, this week. Beetlejuice, presented by Laura, and we all watched Rebel Ridge, and then Carlos will tell us about Deliverance on Netflix. So we got
I don't really
three.
want to. It wasn't
We
very
got
good.
3 movies to tell you about. Amazing. We'll start with Laura.
Wasn't
She'll
good.
tell you about Beetlejuice, starring Jenny Ortega, Michael Keaton, and Winona Ryder. So, Laura, tell us all about Beetlejuice.
So it was kind of a surprise because on the last episode, you were like, "Are you interested in seeing it?" And I was like, no, not really." But I happened to get a babysitter on Saturday night. I asked my friend, "Do you want to go out?" She said yes. She said, "Let's see a movie." I said, "Okay." And we had a great time. We did dinner, drinks, movies, and then drinks again. And it was okay. That's my stance. It was not terrible. It was not great. There were parts that made me chuckle. There were parts that I enjoyed. The vibe was definitely the same, which I think is what really everyone's looking for, right? The vibe. And that stayed true. But it has the thing that so many movies now have. I don't know what this is. A plot, B plot, C plot, D plot. Like, why is there so many unnecessary things going on? Like Monica Bellucci's character and William Dafoe's character, the two new characters. I literally think it would be the exact same movie if they weren't in it. Like they did not move any large pieces of the plot along in any meaningful way. I mean, Monica Bellucci looked cool and she looked
Is she
great
hot?
because she's hot. Yeah, of course. And
Yeah.
but they really didn't have any bearing on the plot at all. I just don't know why they have to go in so many different directions now. But was it entertaining? Yes. Did I enjoy myself? Yes. 3 out of 5.
Ooh, if I say
Tell me-
Belushi 3 times, you think she'll show up?
Give it a
No,
try.
'cause it'll-
son.
no,
I'll
it'll
probably
be-
mess up. I'll get like John
Get
Belushi.
Beetlejuice.
No, you get Jim. You get Jim Belushi.
Is it John the one who died? John. I'll get him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
John died. He'll show up with
I'll get
cocaine and
him.
everything.
Yeah, cocaine and whiskey, and it's
Yep.
going to be a
And
party.
and all of a sudden, here comes Farley. Just
So,
why?
did they explain why Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin didn't come back?
Yes. I missed it, but I asked.
What?
The
I
most
went to the
important part of the
bathroom.
movie.
I went to the bathroom. We were
That's what your
drinking
popcorn
beforehand.
bucket's for.
Yeah, put it in your hands and slurp it back
Duh.
up. Recycle.
I went to the bathroom and then I came back and I was like, did they explain what happened to Alec and Gina? She goes, yes, loophole. They moved on. That's all they said.
That's all they said. They moved on.
kind of
Apparently, I don't know. I missed it, so I can't speak to that.
Yeah. So what's the plot here? What's your quick synopsis? Like, what is the
Wife
plot?
became a pirate,
Because you're right
husband
about
became a
one
cowboy.
thing. There is like, they said there's a lot of moving pieces and like kind of muddled. So what is the plot?
The plot is Lydia obviously is grown. She has her own daughter. That's Ortega. What's her name? Something
Jenny
Ortega.
Ortega.
Jenny
Mhm.
Ortega. And they are her father. So Lydia's father has died. And so they all come back home for the funeral. And Jenna Ortega's dad, Lydia's once husband, died a few years ago. Their relationship has always been strained. So it's like the family coming back together and how Jenna Ortega is kind of dealing with her strained relationship with her mother and what lengths she goes to reconnect. So
Got it.
basically, she goes to the underworld in order to
Find her dad?
to hang out with a boy.
All right. Well, you lost me, but okay. I mean,
And then Beetlejuice shows up because, he's just kind of always around. Monica Bellucci is looking for Beetlejuice. We know why, but like what bearing does it have on the plot? Literally none.
Why is she
sounds
looking-
weird because sounds like Beetlejuice he's not significant.
No, I mean he So then of course Lydia wants to get her back, from the underworld, so she calls on Beetlejuice because
I figured that much. Yeah.
So-
Got it.
We know why they wrote the dad out, why they killed him.
Yep.
Because
He is
was it
in
Jim
the movie,
Jones or
but
Jerry
not
Jones?
not him. It's just a guy. He was eaten by a shark, so his like entire top half is gone, which I thought was a pretty clever way to.
Because Jeffrey Jones
it.
got busted for child pornography a few years
They
ago.
did.
I don't know who Jeffrey
So-
Jones is. I don't
He
know.
played the
dad
dad,
from
the principal
Beetlejuice.
from Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That is correct. Okay. Yes. That is correct. Oh well.
Yeah.
So you give it a 3 out of 5, you say?
Mhm.
Well, all right. 3 out of 5 for Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Not bad.
Okay, we'll move
That-
on to.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Carlos. what you gonna say?
Rebel Ridge. We'll move on to Rebel Ridge.
Rebel Ridge on Netflix, starring Don Johnson and the guy from The Office, Roy. And I don't know the lead actor's name, but it was supposed to be John Boyega. And about a week before filming, he just left his hotel and never came back.
What?
So they filmed the guy that was, they ended up giving the role to the guy that was in second place, like for the casting.
The main guy
And-
was
yeah, the
cast
main
last
guy.
minute?
Yeah, because John Boyega was supposed to be the main lead, and he left the set or left the movie.
The main lead is Aaron Pierre.
Aaron Pierre.
Aaron Pierre, there you go. So Aaron Pierre got the role, and I'll tell you what, great job leaving that film, John Boyega, because Aaron Pierre is great in this movie.
I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was going another way.
I thought
This
he was. I was
movie
like, what?
Sucked balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this movie is the modern version of Rambo First Blood.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And very good movie. If you like action, like intrigue. I guess you could say a little bit of a suspense thriller type of thing, but more action intrigue. It's really good.
A
I
lot
just
of
wish I knew
build. A
a
lot of
lot
good
of
build.
build. Who was on the
Yeah.
other side of that phone? Somebody please tell me. I don't know who it was. It sounded like a man that owned a Chinese restaurant, but who was it for real? That was fronting him the money to get his cousin out.
It
And he
was.
The
It
called.
was.
man
It
from
was.
Korea
It
who
was
sewed
the.
him up
Yeah.
in the gunshot wound.
See, I must. You know what? Just like Laura, went to the bathroom.
Did you go piss? Oh
Yep.
man.
And
can
I was
hit
at
pause
home.
at
Could have paused
home.
it.
You
Could
of
have
all
paused it.
people should be able to piss in your pants and wait for the movie
You
to
know,
finish.
to be honest, I recently just bought a portable potty like you do for children.
I bet you did.
Yeah, and I put that on the sofa and sit on it.
Oh,
I
there
don't
you
ever
go.
leave. Yeah, I don't leave the
Yeah.
sofa.
Why even
Like,
do
The
that?
little
The sofa's
tiny
a little
one.
old. I
It's
don't know
Yeah,
how
yeah.
old that
little
sofa
teeny.
is.
Julie walks
got a
in.
hole
His
in it.
knees are up here.
Yeah, Julie walks in. She's like, "Are you shitting?" I was like, "I'm not missing this part. I
His
don't
knees are
care."
in his chest.
Uh-huh. Yep, I'm holding on to my knees.
Yeah.
But it's a good movie. It's the beginning, and it's all the setup's fucked up, like the cops just, and then but their whole storyline is also interesting, what they do and why they do it. But yeah, I don't know. This movie to me was a clear like 4.5 out of 5. Rebel Ridge. It's on Netflix. It's the #1 movie on Netflix. The lead actor is fantastic. I've never seen him before in anything else. Um, First thing I thought when the movie was over is Jon Stewart, Green Lantern. First thing I thought, like, oh, this guy'd be great
Oh,
casting
Aaron
for Green
Pierre.
Lantern. Yeah, Aaron Pierre. Yeah.
That guy's
And-
he's built pretty solid.
Oh yeah. But Rebel Ridge on Netflix, I give it a 4.5.
That
Carlos.
son of a bitch is English.
Yeah. Is it?
And he
Yeah.
he does the voice of Mufasa in the upcoming Lion King
That's
prequel.
right. That's right. That actually looks pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Why I like this movie. It had quite a bit of suspense. And when I was first watching it, it wasn't until I don't know if he refused or just because of his military background, he decided to camp instead of get a hotel room. Or it could have been that the cops took all his money, so he had no money left. But
I got the impression that he was just kind of like a loner,
yeah,
didn't have a lot of money, and so, but clearly had investments, so good for him. But he could rough it, so he did.
yeah. And so when that happened, I'm like, oh, this is Rambo. This is gonna turn into some sort of Rambo movie, ex-military guy against a small town police station. But I guess he did it more in a realistic, modern way. He did it by getting the dirt on these guys, and it's a pretty fascinating movie. It was the lead actor Aaron Pierre did a fabulous job, and the girl who played
Summer, and it was Anna
Summer.
Sophia Robb.
Oh, she
yeah, I
was
know I've
good.
seen her in
Yeah, she
something
was good.
else. I just don't
She was
remember
great.
what.
Yeah, she was good.
But yeah, but this one had what I like to call predictable casting, but it wasn't as predictable as I thought. Because David Denman, who played Officer Evan, he usually plays a bad guy, and I thought for sure
He did a turncoat.
he was going to be a dick the whole way through, but he wasn't. And yeah, but to me, when that happened, I was like, then why did you take the guy's money? Why didn't you just
Well,
leave him
because
go on his way?
there's a difference between being a part of a money-making scam and trying to murder people.
But why did he hit him off his bike? Was it him that hit him off the bike, or was it the other cop? The
I
shit
don't remember
cop?
who was driving.
Oh no,
Because
it was Roy.
Who, Roy?
The Office. I say Roy
Office.
from the Office. Yeah.
Oh, it was him, right? And the other guy showed up as backup.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, you think he's a good guy, but then again, maybe he's just
People-
going along for what he did with everyone else. Do we need the
People are
money? We're going to
complicated.
confiscate the money. They're not keeping the money per se for themselves, but knowing that the legal process to get it back is like not even worth what they just took from you, which is
Mhm.
kind of ridiculous. But I'm kind of glad Don Johnson got what he got. He played a pretty good dick. I mean,
Oh, he was good. He was
Yeah.
good.
Everyone in this movie was great.
Yeah,
Everybody.
it's true. Yeah.
But I mean, there was some scenes where I was like, but overall, it's a good watch. It's worth the watch. I give it a 4.
4 out of 5. All right, Laura. Anything to add to Rebel Ridge?
I mean, I fucking loved it. When I talk about with Beetlejuice, A plot, B plot, C plot, D plot, this is how a movie should be. There is one plot, and it is complicated. And there's backstory, and you have to listen and pay attention. But like, it is one cohesive story that sucked me in right from the beginning. Like, it was just so good. It was really sad certainly at times, and very impactful. I mean, just that part where he's on the bike
Next to
with
the
the
bus.
next to the bus, like all that drama over a fist bump, but it didn't feel manufactured at all. It felt, kind of like a foreshadowing, of what was going to happen, and it was really fucking good. The writing was good. I love movies when people are just cool as a cucumber under this kind of like pressure situation, and the way that he always used non-lethal force in every interaction is very interesting, not only with his martial arts, but also with at the end when he gets all the equipment from the
Oh yes.
police
Yep.
station. They are all carrying shotguns, handguns, assault rifles, and he's got his non-lethal arsenal
Smoke
back
grenades.
there. Yeah,
His
smoke
beanbag and
grenades,
Yep.
flash bangs, and all that
Yep,
kind of
yep.
stuff. I loved it. I'm with Lafayette. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. Maybe even a 5 out of 5. Like literally no notes.
Whoa!
No
Maybe if John
notes. I
Boyega
loved
was in
it.
it.
I loved it. I was totally and completely in on it, in on the whole thing. And also, I thought it was interesting. This is the second thing that I've watched this week that is about corruption in Louisiana. So I was also watching Your Honor with
Oh
Brian Cranston
yes,
on
yes,
Netflix, and I'm
yes.
like, what is going on in Louisiana? Is
A
this
lot
art
is going on.
imitating life, or
It
Did
is.
you not see
life
those?
imitating art?
Did you not see those cops stealing big screen TVs out of Walmart
Yeah.
in Louisiana?
No.
Did you not
Like I
see
said, I
During
don't follow the
during
news.
Katrina?
Oh,
they were-
during
Yeah.
Katrina. Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
you see that Kendrick Lamar's doing the halftime show in New Orleans for Super Bowl? What's going on in New Orleans? What? Anyway. But yeah, it's a good movie. John Boyega would have been good in it because I tell you what, the movie we saw with him called They Cloned Tyrone.
Great movie.
John
Great
Boyega is
movie.
amazing in that movie. So
Killed it.
that it's kind of weird how he left. He just left. They kind of say he just abruptly left, like before they're gonna start shooting. It's
And didn't
just,
say
oh, well.
why.
No, doesn't say. When I looked it up, I couldn't find the reason why. He just left.
But one part that did bother me though was the ending. It was like, so you're telling me only 2, maybe 3 cops, including the chief, were corrupt? Everyone else, as soon as she nailed that fool and did a pit maneuver on the chief,
They were all against him.
everyone else was like, "Yep, we're gonna escort you."
So there
And
were
we're go-
really only like the 5 of them, right? There were the 2 white dudes, the chief, and her. Like, were
That's
the
it, yeah.
only ones from that town.
They
The
were in on it.
state police were the other ones.
Oh, the rest of them were state police.
Yes.
Yeah,
who
yeah,
showed
yeah,
up.
yeah. They weren't the town
Okay.
sheriffs.
So the town
Yeah.
only had 5. So it's like kind of like Mayberry, little
Yeah.
fucking town.
Yep.
Well,
Alright.
it's similar to Rambo. Remember, Rambo only had so many people. They had to call in people to help him out because this guy's crazy.
Mm.
Also, a great movie. If you haven't seen Rambo First Blood, everyone, watch Rambo First Blood. Fantastic movie.
Never seen it.
The book had a
About a-
different ending. Horrible
Yeah,
ending.
it's about a Vietnam vet that he's just in town trying to get a warm meal, trying to find his way through town,
And
and
the local
cop-
sheriff had to be a dick.
just be a dick, throw him in jail, all because he was homeless and
PTSD, is that what it? PTSD.
or
All of a
PS5
sudden-
Pro. Mhm.
Oh yeah, he wanted his
All-
PlayStation, and the cop would let him get to the GameStop. It's the only
Shit goes
GameStop
down.
within a 100-mile radius that had the PS5 Pro, so he had to get it.
And it's similar too. I mean, he says, I'm not here to hurt anybody. You guys are trying to attack me. I'm not, let me
Yeah.
go. Just
Yeah.
let me go. And they just kept fucking with him, and they got what they deserve. And
Well,
so
I was hoping it'd turn more into a bloodbath, only because at the
I
scene
thought
where
for sure that it was going to.
yeah, because in the scene where he told her, take the fuel away from the fire. In other words, we're hightailing it. We're not getting involved anymore. But then he goes, "We're the
We
fire."
are the fire.
I'm like, oh, here we go.
And I
wanna
like that it
see-
didn't. I like that that was a surprise.
I did too. I like the
Yeah.
fact that he was disarming everyone and taking their guns apart, and
It
even the
did not
part
go the
when
way you thought it was going to, and I like that.
when Don Johnson's like, "I bet you don't lose many fights." He's like, "I haven't been in one until
Yeah,
now." And I was
that's
like,
my first
"Oh,
fight."
oh, well, oh." So yeah, really good
Yeah.
movie. Check out Rebel Ridge on Netflix. It is thumbs up all around. And our last review is also a Netflix movie by Lee Daniels. If you don't know Lee Daniels, he is the creator of Empire, the show that ran for 5 seasons on Fox.
Oh. Not the one that had Juicy
Terrence Howard.
Smollett.
Yep.
Juicy.
Yep. Had Jesse Smollett. Yep. And had Terrence Howard and had what's her name? That played Terrence Howard's wife, really famous actress. Come on. Black actress that like
She was in Hustle and Flow.
Yeah, but she's been in a lot of good stuff. She's really good. Damn, now her name's not coming to me. Anyway, it's
We
called
gotta stop
Deliver.
doing this, guys. If we don't
You
know the
mean-
name of somebody, we need to either look it up or like
Taraji-
just
is it
not.
Taraji P.
try to mention it.
Henson. Yeah,
Taraji
Taraji P.
Henson.
Henson. There you go.
We knew
Taraji
it.
P.
We're just giving you a
Henson.
hard time. We're just giving the listeners a chance
What it
to
is,
yell at
They're
their
all
radios.
just screaming at
yeah,
their
at the radio.
phones.
Taraji P. Henson.
It's not that we
Nobody
want to give
listening.
them that small pause like Kamala did when she said
Yeah, little
Mr. President.
suspense.
Little suspense. We want them to yell at us because we know the answer. We just want them to feel like they're part of the
Yeah.
show. It's all about interacting.
Yeah,
Our
you
show's
know, when you're a kid, you're like,
interactive.
hey, you know what this? I know what it means, but do you know what it means? I know what it means. Go ahead and tell me
Yeah,
what it means.
exactly. And then when they do tell you,
That
that's
thing.
when you first figured it out. So,
like, I knew that.
I knew
I
that
knew
the whole
that.
time. Dude, that's a whacking stick. So they didn't know what that looked like.
I can't tell if Laura's amused or the Botox is just too much.
She's high. I'm pretty sure every week. Apparently, she's just drugs.
Don't
who
talk about my
knows?
Botox like that.
Listen, she's lost weight and she's doing Botox and she's getting high off her ass. A lot of things have changed in the last year.
No drinking
Okay.
tonight? I didn't see any alcohol yet.
No drinking. It's
No.
Oh, okay. Good for
the
you.
Wednesday. I can't. Well, I do still drink, but not on Wednesday nights because I take my shot on Sunday, and by Wednesday, it's still my stomach still isn't like
Oh,
at
okay.
full capacity.
Gotcha.
But Friday and
Gotcha.
Saturday night, good to go.
Wasted.
So
Hell yeah.
So how? Okay, we'll get back to the movie review in a second. But, so when you take a shot,
Mhm.
okay, so what does it do to you that you can't? So it makes you eat like super small meals all the way through like Thursday, or
Yeah, so you give yourself your dose, and dosage can range. And right now, I'm kind of playing around with dosage and deciding what I should be on.
Mhm, mhm.
And so depend if the dose is kind of like in its best phase, it means that I really have very little desire to eat. When I make my dinner, it's on a salad plate,
Mhm,
because I
mhm.
eat half of everything. If I go out to eat, I cut everything in half and put it in a bag, because if I number one, I don't really feel the desire to eat that much, and two, if I were to eat it, it would definitely give me an upset stomach. And around Friday or Saturday, that's when I wouldn't say that my normal appetite returns, but I don't. If I were to
You have a bigger
overeat,
appetite,
yeah, bigger appetite than I had the rest of the week.
right?
And
right.
if I were to overeat, I would not have the same gastrointestinal effects.
Now, do you think that this is actually harming you because you're not eating?
Oh no, I still eat. I
You
just
do,
don't.
but
Oh yeah, I just
Okay.
don't eat. I just
you eat like a
don't
bird,
like I did.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But are you getting enough nutrition? Are you getting
Oh
enough?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm not. I mean,
Good.
I've been on it since April. So May,
No, we
June,
know. We
July,
know.
August.
You wouldn't shut up about it on the show. We know when you got it.
5. Yeah, so like 5 months, and I've lost 25 pounds. That's 5 pounds a month.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah,
Not
I mean
bad.
Not
that's
bad. Not
that's a
bad.
very healthy rate of about 1 pound a week, which is
Sure.
like what people recommend. So yeah,
Is
I'm
that-
definitely eating.
Is that your goal? Was 5 a month, or were you hoping for more?
I mean, would I love to be hot faster? Yes. But I think this is the best thing to do because I think the faster you lose the weight, the harder it is to keep off. So a slow and steady pace, I think, is better.
Now, do you also think if you were to stop doing this, if you stop, when you stop, whatever, that you would go back to your normal eating habits, or do you think you can actually be disciplined enough to eat like a bird still for
No,
5 of 7 days?
no, I don't. But what I plan to do is reach a goal weight, taper off, and not just like stop and just go back to normal, but like taper off over time and see what happens in my weight. Hopefully I can maintain, right? Like a homeostasis, and
Mhm.
then get off of it entirely. Then I have no doubt that my bad habits are going to start back up again.
Return.
That part of my brain. And then though I don't have to do it, I'm not going to have as much to lose. So if I gain like 5, 10, not even 10, not 10. If I gain 5 pounds, then I'm like, okay. And then I'm going to start taking the smallest dose, like a micro dose
Right.
for a few weeks. Get me back to where I need to be. And then start that whole cycle over again of trying to maintain, keeping myself level. If I go up, I'll start microdosing again. That's my plan. I don't know. I've never been much of a 5-year plan kind of person. I'm like, I'll just do whatever seems like a good idea at the time, and that sounds good on paper to me. So we'll see how it goes.
Now, do they have support groups for this?
I go to Reddit if I have questions and like want to talk to people, but there are so many new users on there, it gets annoying. Like
But
people
there's no
ask me
like
the same question.
live group, like say people who stop doing it, they want to talk to other people who
Oh,
stop
yeah.
doing it
Oh,
to
live
support
groups.
themselves. Yeah. To support themselves and go, hey,
Um,
put the donut down. They smack your hand or something.
Not that I know of. I know there
Mm.
is online communities of people who
Mhm.
are maintaining and working on that for sure,
Okay.
but not in person,
Okay.
no.
Wait,
Wow.
so 25 pounds, 5 months, pretty good.
Mhm.
Carlos, how about you? Any progress on
5 pounds.
5 pounds? 5 pounds
5
what?
pounds is nothing to shake a stick at.
No, but 5 pounds what?
Too
I just don't
much.
know.
5
5
pounds
pounds.
down, not up. Down.
Okay, I just don't know. Up, down, down, left, right.
5 pounds
I
down.
just don't know. Okay, that's why I asked. Okay,
Mm.
good. Okay, good. I don't know. Do you feel like I don't know, Laura, do you feel like if you were to stop, you could continue losing weight? Like if you just said, I'm not gonna do that
No,
shot in you. Okay, just that's why I was
no,
wondering. Yeah, that's
no.
all. Okay. No. Only
So you don't see a future of like working out or anything like that,
No,
like gym wise.
I have been telling myself since since Charlotte was born that like I'm gonna get back on exercising because there was a point where I worked in office. I would go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. And I've never been hot. I was never skinny, but I was at a weight that I was comfortable with. It was 20 pounds more than I wanted to be, but I was comfortable and I felt healthy. I do not feel healthy, and I've been trying to get myself back into a solid workout routine, but not for the weight loss factor, just for the fact of like I just need to move my
More
body. I'm
energy
getting
and more.
yeah, I'm
so
old.
so
I
like
need to build up
hmm,
muscle and
hmm.
you know
The
set myself
factor,
up for success.
yeah, it
And
sounds
so
like
I'm still working on it.
but it sounds like the kids are the main factor. And I
Oh my God, I
understand.
have no fucking time.
That's
It's
what I
ridiculous.
mean.
No fucking
Exactly.
time.
Now wait till Carlos gets the second one. He's gonna have, when I say no
Oh,
time,
more time. You don't know
no
how many
time.
cigarettes I'm going to go out for. I'm going out for cigarettes again.
But are you
I
coming
may
back?
not be back.
Exactly. Newports. Anyway,
I've been trying to think. I was like
Salem,
maybe after
Sims.
dinner every night, I'm gonna start a family workout program where for 30 minutes, like we do some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of like cardio dance, strength training or whatever video on YouTube, and all the kids can pretend that they're doing it with me and like
Mm,
so
we
yeah,
can do it all
yeah.
together. I don't know. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Yeah, no, so I just started doing a walking
Also
regimen.
naked volleyball.
You got to do it daily, a minimum of 10,000 steps, just no matter what. It's a
I try
minimum.
to do 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
never hit it,
Be
but
surprised how fast you can get to 10,000 steps, though. I mean, if
Oh,
you just go out
easy.
for a
What
walk.
am I?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm
yeah,
at
yeah.
What is that? 4 miles?
6,000.
5 miles?
Now 6,000. How many miles does it say on your thing? Just real quick, does it say?
No.
Oh, it doesn't say.
It probably, yeah, 2.5 miles.
Okay, okay, because it takes
And
three
because
and a
I
half.
mean, I sit. You have a much more mobile job than the rest of us, by the way. I sit my ass in front of a desk all day.
Oh, very true. But I still walk after work as well. When I get home, I go for long walks, like 3 mile walks.
On weekends, I hit my 10,000 steps, no problem, because I'm running after my damn kids.
Yeah.
So how's your
Oh,
walking
yeah.
regimen going?
My walking regimen?
Yeah.
3 months, 21 pounds gone. So,
Impressive. Impressive. And that's
and
10,000 steps a
amazing.
day?
that's
Like, you're not going to the gym
sometimes.
still or no?
You know what's funny? When I was going to the gym, it's not as productive as just going for walks. It
Hmm.
just isn't. And so I
What do
watched
you
this
mean
guy.
productive? Productive how?
So like basically I'd go like on the treadmill. I would basically walk like on a treadmill, use elliptical machine and all that, right? Or go play basketball. It just felt like it's just keeping you in shape that you are. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily. So I watched this, all of a sudden this video pops up on like TikTok. This guy's like, you want to lose weight? Just go walking every day. Do 10,000 steps minimum. Nothing like, don't do less than that. If you want to go to the gym, only do weights, right? He's like emphasizing that. Only do weights at the gym. Never do cardio. Only weights. You're going to burn fat, but you're
Yeah,
going to build
strength
muscle.
training is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, but if you want to lose weight, just go walking every day. That's it. But do it every day, no matter what. Blah, 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 blah. So basically, I'm like, okay, I'll start doing that. And then I basically started not eating like sugars, like fast food almost never, like cutting all that shit out. And it just started falling off. And I'm like, oh, wow, this really works. And the diet was like hardcore in that regard. And you can even say fasting because I wouldn't eat after like 4 p.m., because I would like eat a huge thing at 3 o'clock. I'm like, oh, no more for me. That's it. I'm done. And I always say I'm done when I brush my teeth. So I'm gonna brush my teeth. And
So it's
then
not just the walking. So you were doing a
it's
pretty
both.
extreme
It's
diet.
both. It's
Yeah.
and I'm still doing it. But the
Yeah.
walking is the main thing because I still need to get out and, get my walk on. But
I mean, it's just good for you. It's
the
good for
the
your mental health. It's good for your
yeah,
physical health.
yeah. Well, the crazy part really in the end is the fact that it just proved I just rather do it than go to the gym. I'd rather
Yeah.
walk around, like actually be mobile and not just go to the gym. And because at the gym you always have that dread of, it's already been 30 minutes. You know what? I'm
Yeah, on
done.
the treadmill, you're like,
But just in general, like even if you do weights, you'll do 5 machines, so many sets. It's only been like 25 minutes. I'm done. Like that's it. And in reality, that's not enough. It's just,
Yeah.
but when you're
You have to
walking,
exercise to muscle
yeah,
failure.
exactly. So when you're walking, it's like I'm saying shit, but I'm mobile. I'm listening to something. Sometimes I'm not paying attention. One time, 2 weeks ago, I walked 12 miles. Didn't even pay attention
What were
because
you
I was just
listening to?
listening.
Podcast or music?
It was half and half. Like I
Oh.
would go podcast, then back to music, then back to podcast.
I'm always podcast all the time.
And it's just one of those things where I just kept going and going and going. Now, next day I was dead, but every like third day I
Hey,
don't
welcome
walk
back.
because, yeah, thank you. And nobody praised me. I didn't even see my statue in one church. But either way, so people be mobile, get active, don't be lazy. That's what I say. Just don't
I
be
have a
lazy.
I have a question, and I was gonna put this on Reddit because I'm genuinely curious, and so but I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
you guys. But okay, do you guys have mosquitoes where you
Yes.
are?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, are they bad? Are they
Yes.
Yeah. They
Okay.
suck balls. Well,
They're
Carlos
not
has it worse
Florida
than me.
bad, but
Yeah.
not bad.
so? I yesterday it was. I mean, this is a great time of year. Like the days are a little warm, but like as soon as the sun even just starts to dip, like around 5 o'clock, like it's gorgeous. And my kids come home, we finish dinner. I'm like, okay, let's go outside. Let's go outside. I get eaten alive. Like I was out there for maybe 15 minutes with the kids, and I had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mosquito bites.
I hate mosquito
And
bites.
and I'm itchy, and it makes me a little crazy, like irritable. And then I'm like, this is why I don't spend a ton of time outside. I'm like, are there people? Is this a me? What my question is this a me thing? Is it that I am particularly tasty to mosquitoes, or that I am particularly intolerant to mosquitoes and so I can't handle it? Or is everybody experience is everyone experiencing it and I'm just a giant baby?
These regular size mosquitoes, or they're a little heavier, a little bigger?
Normal size
I'm
mosquitoes.
just saying because they know what you got in your blood. Like this bitch has got Ozempic. I'm gonna suck the shit out of this
This has
blood.
been the case my entire life. Like I was thinking, I was like,
Okay.
I would be outdoorsy if it weren't for fucking mosquitoes. Like I would sit on my back porch constantly. I would read. I would just like, play on my phone. I would play with the kids
All
more.
right,
Like, there's so much fucking
I'm gonna
mosquitoes.
I'm gonna give you the answer I got from Google
What is
of
it
why
say?
some people likely get more mosquito bites than others.
Something about
Like
carbon
to?
dioxide.
No. Likely get more
Oh,
mosquito bites.
likely.
Body temperature, that's one of them, says mosquitoes are attracted to people with higher body temperatures, such as those that are exercising, pregnant, or have a fever. Carbon dioxide, people
I know so much.
who exhale more carbon dioxide, such as those who are pregnant or working out or are more attractive to mosquitoes. Sweat, mosquitoes love
I'm not a
sweat.
sweaty person.
Blood type, mosquitoes know if you're blood type O, know if you
I'm
are.
not O.
I'm O
Mm-mm.
negative. Thank
I'm
God
B.
they're not come after me.
It says scent. Each person's scent is unique, but a mosquito can tell your scent and attracts more mosquitoes. It says clothing. If you wear dark clothing, you'll attract more mosquitoes.
That might be it.
So,
I'm always
yeah.
wearing black.
It says here, if you wear black, dark blue, or red, you are more attracted to mosquitoes.
Okay. That's something I can try.
So it says here ways
Some
to
color in your life?
yes, it says here ways
No.
to
Yes.
to basically keep mosquitoes away. Cover your skin. No shit, Sherlock.
No, it does not matter. They bite me
It
through the
says
clothes. Through
wear-
jeans. I
it
get bit
says-
through jeans.
Wow, it's weird. It says wear light colored clothing, which we've just learned. And of course, bug repellent, spray repellent.
I
of
hate
course.
bug spray. I hate it. Number one, it's like a deadly chemical. Every time I spray it, I'm like, how much DEET am I inhaling? How much cancer is this causing right now? Number two, it makes my clothes stinky. And number three, it makes me stinky. Oh, stinky and stained, by the way. Like I have to wash it, right? So if you put bug spray on it, you have to wash it. Whereas I'll wear like my stretchy yoga pants for like 3 days before I take them off. So I have to wash them. And then I absolutely have to take a bath. And again, I don't take a bath every day. I take a bath every other day. And so I'm stinky and gross. I hate
Ain't
bug
that
spray.
the truth? It sounds like it. It sounds like you are stinky and gross.
I did
Unbelievable.
this summer, I did get some of those off incense things.
Yes.
Mhm.
Those
yes.
work really well, but again, that's very localized to the porch. Like I can sit on the
Ah.
porch. I can't be out in the yard with my girls playing, or else I'm gonna get eaten.
Don't get eaten. Don't get.
So I'm just like, am I just a little? I guess I'm just a little bitch, is what we're getting at.
Sounds like it at the moment. It
Mm.
sounds like you are a little, as you said, bitch. So, but all right. Well, there we go. So Lee Daniels, he directed Precious. There you go.
Oh, precious.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
movie.
And The Butler. You guys, have you seen The Butler? No, nobody. The Butler. It stars Forrest Whitaker, John Cusack, Oprah Winfrey, Cuba Gooding Jr. No, nobody. James
No.
Marsden, Robin Williams is in it. Probably one of his last movies. No,
Mm-mm.
nothing.
Sounds like a good
Okay.
cast, but no.
He also directed The Paperboy. Anybody? No, Paperboy.
Video game? Based on the video game? No. No?
Zac Efron, Nicole Kidman, Matthew McConaughey, John Cusack again. No,
Mm-mm.
no. Scott Glenn. No, nobody. No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, and he's now directed the newest movie on Netflix called Deliverance, starring Glenn Close. And I guess the next name you'll probably recognize is the comedian Monique. Probably the most recognizable
Mhm.
names in there is Glenn Close and Monique, the comedian. Carlos saw Deliverance on Netflix. Carlos, what do you think of Lee Daniels' direct debut of a horror movie, I guess you could say?
Man, I didn't like it.
Okay.
I mean, Glenn Close did a fabulous job. I think she did great. Because at one point her character passes away, and the demon child kind of just turns into her, kind of tries to manipulate the mom and turns into her, and so she becomes the demon for a bit. But it's a possession story. It's apparently based on true events. Um, but it was I found it boring. It actually didn't start picking up until like an hour in. And then that's when all of a sudden this person said that they could help her. But the person is, man, what was her? Who was she? And she was
I mean,
anyway, she was,
actress wise,
yeah, I'm trying to figure out she called herself the apostle. So
I know what
she,
you're talking about. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I know
yeah. So
which.
she,
Yeah,
she uh she does deliverance. She doesn't do exorcisms. She does deliverance. And so but like the kid from Stranger Things was in it, Caleb McLaughlin.
that's right. Yes.
Didn't need him. Don't know why he was in it. Omar Epps was in it for maybe a couple seconds.
Yeah, I know. He was barely in it, and his role was
Didn't need
stupid.
him. Yeah. The only reason I say like the McLaughlin Caleb wasn't needed because his character was uh, unnecessary. I mean, that could have been anybody, basically. He really didn't really impact anything.
Yeah.
They all hated their mom. Then the youngest gets possessed because the house is apparently haunted or possessed or something. There's some evil spirit in the house that possessed the prior family, which caused them all to die. Uh, so kind of like what's the Amityville? Kind of like more
Sort of,
modern day
kind of.
Amityville. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really impressed with it. It like I said, Glenn Close probably the best in it, and Monique. Uh, I almost didn't recognize her because she has lost a lot of weight. But then I did remember that she doesn't shave her legs. Maybe that's why I didn't show her legs. Because I had to mic her up one time for a interview, and she had some hairy legs. So anyway, I would give it maybe a 2.5. Did you watch
I
it?
I saw it 6 months before it even came out.
Oh, you did the whole preview thing again?
Yeah, yeah. I
And what did you
actually
think when
thought,
you saw it?
well, I thought the lead actress was really good, Cassandra Beatty,
Oh, the mom.
the mom. I thought Glenn Close was really. My problem with the movie was just the ending was horrible. The ending was really bad. The whole where she starts glowing because she tells Jesus, save me," and all of a sudden
All
she
that,
gets
and then
like
she starts speaking in language,
yeah,
and
yeah, like she
yeah,
starts getting
yeah,
like the
yeah.
Holy Spirit in her, and then she starts speaking in tongues, and it's so dumb. That whole part of the ending's so bad,
What was bad
so
about
bad.
it was she wasn't a believer all her life because Jesus didn't answer her prayers when she was being sexually assaulted by her stepdad. Um, so she was a non-believer, but all it took was 30 minutes with the apostle to make her believe, and all of a sudden she can destroy this demon. Yeah, so I didn't dig that either. And not only that, I mean, how are you gonna explain to the cops there's a dead woman upstairs because the demon killed the apostle? So how you explain that?
Yeah, yeah. Remember, but she was also take hauled away, so she was, so the kids were taken away from her and all that
The
jazz.
kids we were to yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
didn't. I mean, they didn't say it had anything to do with like murder or anything because they.
No,
How do you? And then you have the. I mean, I thought the doctor was kind of dumb about how we still don't know what it is. But then Monique was like, this kid just broke out of his restraints and walked backwards
and,
up the
and
wall.
jumped on the wall. Yeah,
Yeah, and there's a camera like right behind the kid. You can see the camera, a security camera right there. How do you not see what's going on? But she finally believed what the mom was saying. Yeah, the mom did do a good job. But I think Glenn Close really was spectacular, so that's
oh,
why
she
she kind of
was.
overshadowed everybody.
It was
Uh,
just, it was just out of like kind of surprising the role she played. I was like, oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah,
killing. She did really well. Like I said, the ending ruined it. But when they asked us at the little preview, what'd you think? That's what I told them. I said it's good. The last 20 minutes, or I said the last 10 minutes is horrible. You guys need to
yeah,
change that ending. That ending is not good. I mean, she's fighting herself, and
yeah.
then she dies, but then the Holy Ghost or whatever enters her body, and she raises like Jesus with her arms out,
Oh, that's
glowing in
right.
gold, like
That she
she's like
spoke. Did she speak to God? Who did she speak to? Because the person
it was
was
supposed
like,
to be God or Jesus or whatever.
right. He goes, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, and then she ends up turning into Bruce Leroy. She starts glowing, And then I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, this ending
You
is
got the
really
glow,
dumb.
You got the glow.
Yeah,
You got the glow. You got the
yeah.
glow. You got the
It's
glow,
just
you
the
got
ending
glow.
was bad. And then I can't recall the version you saw. Did it show her get her kids back at the end?
No.
Okay, in the
She
theaters it
moved
shows
out
that.
to her aunt's house. Oh, no, she
Okay.
did.
That's what I
So
thought.
she
Okay,
goes
that's what I
back to
thought.
Philly. And
Yes,
she
yeah.
gets well, the ending said 6 months later she got her kids back. So there's like a, just a black screen.
Oh, it doesn't
Says
show
there.
in the theaters it shows it's just real quick, but her kids basically like they pull up or she gets them from where they're at, whatever. She collects them and they're all
No,
smiles
they're
and
already in
happy
the
and
car and they're driving to Philly. And
got
she's
it.
like, "Oh, I've been talking to your dad and we're gonna try to work things out."
Got it.
And then they show a picture of the house, the actual house,
that,
which
yeah,
looked nothing
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
attached townhouse that she
No,
lived
no,
in.
no.
This
But
was all by itself.
they did show that, and I didn't look it up. I was like, what's the story about this so-called house? But I didn't look it up because I mean, every time it's based on this is true or whatever, I'm like, yeah, sure it is. Yeah, like okay.
Right, based on true events. That could have been anything. Like it would rain that day. Oh yeah, that's the true
Yeah,
event.
that's the part that was true.
You're right.
That's
So,
yeah. It's
wow.
and supposedly nobody moved into the house when she moved out. It was
Right up until 2016 when it was finally bulldozed.
when they just tore it down.
They tore it down, yeah, and then apparently strange things still happen around it. But the funny thing is the apostle died because she got scared all of a sudden. Well, the mom was truly scared. So how did she beat this thing?
Yeah, I know. Well,
That's-
because of Holy Ghost. So I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah, 2.5. That's what I said.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
No, if you're bored, watch it. If you feel like
Anywho,
Exorcist
there you
type
go.
movies, there you go.
Yeah, it's true. If you like those type of movies, you'll enjoy it. Honestly, it's one of the better ones recent, come about recently. So it's better than the last 2 Russell Crowe made. Holy crap. All right. Well, that's our show, everyone. We got nothing else for you. It's jam-packed, so hope you enjoyed it. Anything else?
No.
Everybody good?
Nope.
All right, then. For Laura.
Goodbye.
For Carlos.
Bye-bye.
And I'm Lafayette. Catch you next time on Nerds Talking, the podcast.
I gotta get this off my chest, no need to stress about a woman with a body that's truly blessed. Tight ass, great breasts, she's got it all, but the truth is something you might wanna recall. She can suck and fuck like no other, but guess what, man, that woman's your mother. You think you know her, yeah, you call her mom, but I've seen her in ways that should set off alarms. Do you even know who your father is? Milkman, mailman, maybe not even a man in the biz. Ask her the truth, she might spill the tale. The lowest bid won the prize, frozen sperm for sale. After hours of sweat, she needed a break, so I rested my nuts right on her face. Don't be mad, just face the facts. Cornbread ain't bad, and that's that. So who's your daddy? Do you even know? The truth's hidden deep, but it's starting to show. Ask your mama, she'll give you the clue, but it ain't pretty what she's gotta tell you. Do you even know who your father is? Milkman, mailman, maybe not even a man in the biz. Ask her the truth, she might spill the tale. The lowest bid won the prize, frozen sperm for sale. Hours of sweat, she needed a break, so I rested my nuts right on her face. Don't be mad, just face the facts. Cornbread ain't bad, and that's that. So who's your daddy? Do you even know? The truth's hidden deep, but it's starting to show. Ask your mama, she'll give you the clue, but it ain't pretty what she's gotta tell you. Do you even know who your father is? Milkman, mailman, maybe not even a man in the biz. Ask her the truth, she might spill the tale. The lowest bid won the prize, frozen sperm for sale. Cornbread ain't nothing wrong with that, but when the truth hits, man, that's a fact. And that's that, yeah, and that's that. Ain't no coming back from that.